Bitcoin is up 163% in 2023, and as a result of that, in typical fashion, crypto is back in the news. For me personally, I've been investing into Bitcoin as well as Ethereum for a number of years now, and this year was no different. But because Bitcoin's had a good year and some other cryptocurrencies, crypto is very much back in the news. People are talking about it again. I want to know how to actually invest into crypto. So in this video, I'm going to be going through, first of all, my crypto portfolio and strategy. I'm then going to be showing you exactly how I invest into crypto every month, which I've done now for nearly 4 years, and also how to safely store your crypto so hopefully you don't lose any of your Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies. In total, at the time of recording, I have £12,700 in cryptocurrency. That's split between 3 cryptos, predominantly in Bitcoin, which makes up 48% of my portfolio, and Ethereum, which makes up 43% of the portfolio. The remaining crypto is then CRO, which is Crypto.com's token, and I'll come to that one shortly. So why do I invest into those 3 cryptocurrencies, predominantly Bitcoin and Ethereum? Cryptocurrency is still a relatively new asset class. It was only born in 2008 when Bitcoin was first introduced. So to be perfectly honest with you, no one knows which cryptocurrencies are going to survive. A bit like the stock market, where most companies will end up failing, it's the exact same with cryptocurrency. Most of them will end up failing. Of course, it's pretty unregulated. There's a lot of scams, a lot of pump and dump, so you got to be careful. But for me personally, I literally only want to invest into the biggest 2 cryptocurrencies, which I believe will still be around and hopefully should be around for the long term, and that is Bitcoin and Ethereum. That is why for nearly 4 years now, I've invested regularly, usually every single month, into both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that is how my, crypto portfolio has grown from nothing to nearly £13,000 over the last 4 years. It's a relatively small part of my portfolio. For the last sort of couple of years, I've only been putting in 50 quid a month split across Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I like to sort of trickle in money often, dollar cost average or pound cost average, just because crypto as an asset class is very volatile. Bitcoin, for example, over the last years and years, I bought it as low as £7,000 and as high as £47,000. And that's only in a space of 4 years. So it shows you the volatility of the asset class. But because it's had such a good year, which Bitcoin seems to do every 2 or 3 years, that's why it's back in the news and everyone's talking about crypto again. My advice would be, if you are gonna look to invest into this, treat it like any other asset class or investment. Invest what you can afford regularly over time. Don't try and time the market. Because there isn't an index fund or ETF yet, there might be one soon. A Bitcoin ETF has been on the horizon for a while. If that did come out, I probably would use that. I've not really thought too much about it. Obviously, my approach to the stock market is very much global index funds. If there was a crypto index fund, I probably would use that. But as I mentioned, it's a very new asset class. It's impossible to know which crypto is going to survive. So I just stick to the big 2, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and invest into them every single month without fail, and I've done that for years. So of my portfolio, about £11,500 is split between Bitcoin and Ethereum, with slightly more in Bitcoin. The other part of my portfolio, where I have about £1,200, is in CRO, which is Crypto.com's token. The main reason for that is because I have a Crypto.com card here, the Crypto.com prepaid card, debit card, where I get cash back in CRO. But essentially, to get this specific card, I needed to stake a certain number of CRO, and that is why I have that CRO or CRO investment. Most of it is locked up, so I can keep using this Indigo card and get the various perks that the card brings. If you want to see a full video on the card, let me know. I've made videos in the past. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Crypto.com, as we're going to come on to, and also their card and the perks that it gives, which is why I had locked up some CRO. And that's why it's roughly about 8% of my crypto portfolio. I should say, just to be transparent, of course, that's all I'm trying to be in this video. I don't actively invest into CRO. It's more just money that I've staked to get the perks for the card. And then if I get cash back through spending on the card or through other means, through referring people, I get CRO. But the only cryptocurrencies I actively invest into and ever have is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I track all of my investments pretty religiously through my own investment portfolio tracker, which is available for sale if you want it. And there's a crypto specific tab where I track all my transactions, how much I put in, how much I've got, and what the gain is. At the time of recording, I put in roughly £3,400. As I mentioned, my equity or the market value of that crypto is about £12,700, which means I've made a gain over the last few years of £9,342, which is roughly 275%. That growth or that gain fluctuates pretty mad from year to year. It's been much higher than that in hundreds and hundreds of percent. Sometimes it's been double-digit figures at 10%, so it really depends on how I guess cryptocurrency prices are moving, and they are very volatile. But ultimately, the gain and the growth is irrelevant to me. I just DCA, dollar cost average in regularly into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and let the market do the rest over the long term. So that wraps up my crypto portfolio and strategy. Now let me get into how I actually buy cryptocurrency. A very simple answer, I use crypto.com. Here is the app there. So I've currently got about £4,000 on crypto.com. This essentially is the main way I bought cryptocurrency for probably the last 2 years. I used to use Coinbase Pro, which has now been no longer exists, I don't think. But I switched to this even when Coinbase Pro was still around. And the reason is, well, there's a few reasons. First of all, on this, you can set up automatic investments, which I'm a massive fan of automatic investing, whether it's in index funds or crypto. Second of all, you can almost do everything on this app. So for me, it's like an all-in-one. I can automatically invest in crypto. I've got the crypto card where I can spend and get cash back. You can also stake. With all transparency, I don't actually stake anymore, not really. I used to stake a couple of years ago because the rates on this for Bitcoin and Ethereum were sort of 5-10%, whereas interest rates on cash were literally zero. Now, actually, interest rates on cash are often better than what you get when you stake. I predominantly now just use crypto.com to buy crypto every month, and for the crypto.com card and the features that that brings. But I used to, for a number of years, actually stake and earn an interest through the app as well. There are other things you can do on the app as well, but yeah, that's sort of the three main things I've used crypto.com for. And because it's sort of like an all-in-one app for me, that's ultimately why I just use it to buy crypto. If you are interested in signing up, I'll leave a link in the description. It's just my referral link. If you sign up, we'll both get $25 of free crypto, which is paid in CRO. You can then keep it in CRO, sell it back into pounds, move it to Bitcoin, whatever you want to do. I'll quickly flash up on the screen how you actually can buy crypto, but it's honestly very easy. You navigate into whatever cryptocurrency you want to invest into, you then click buy. And what I'd recommend when it comes to crypto.com, when you buy, top up your fiat wallet before you buy, then you will incur no fees. As you can see, you can buy it with cash or crypto. So personally, I don't want to be buying crypto with crypto. I want to use my cash to buy crypto. So there's two options. You can either use a credit or debit card, which will incur a fee, or you can use your fiat wallet. I currently have £0 in my fiat wallet because I made my crypto investments for the month already. But what you're going to do is you will essentially navigate back to your fiat wallet, click transfer, click deposit, and then it will essentially walk you through. I'll blur out this bit because it's obviously my details, but it'll walk you through how to deposit funds into the app. You then want to deposit funds into your fiat wallet. So you want to top up your fiat wallet and then use that to buy any cryptocurrency. And that's how you essentially incur no fees, as little fees as possible. And that's exactly how I do it every single month and have done it like that for years. The other main question and thing to cover in this video is how to actually store the crypto. And for that, I use the Ledger Nano, specifically the Ledger Nano X. I'll leave a link down below, but if you're going to buy one, only ever buy one from the official website. Don't get one through Amazon or somewhere else, just in case. It's probably fine, but what I was always told and what I did personally was just go direct through their actual website, then you know you're getting a legit one and you can't be conned in any way. Before I get into it in a bit more detail, the background behind this is with crypto, you can either store it in a hot wallet or you can store it in a cold wallet, which is offline in something like a Ledger Nano X. So the difference between the two, a hot wallet is when you store your crypto online, so on an exchange. So right now, for example, I've got about £4,000 on crypto.com. That is in a hot wallet because it's online, it's connected to the internet. The alternative is a cold wallet, such as a Ledger Nano, where the money is stored offline and it's not connected to the internet. Generally, that is much safer. The reason why is because traditionally speaking, or not traditionally speaking, but looking at history, a lot of crypto exchanges and platforms and online wallets get hacked, go down, crypto goes missing, it's a bit dodgy. Realistically, having £4,000 on this is actually too much for my liking, and I'm happy I'm doing this video because I'll probably actually try and move quite a lot of that now onto my offline wallet. For me personally, normally when I build up to a few grand in my account, I'll then move it offline to my Ledger Nano X. The Ledger Nano X, the offline wallet, also has some risks in the sense that you are your own bank. When you set it up, you will get a seed phrase, and you do not want to lose that because that essentially is where your crypto is stored. Assuming you don't lose that, then it's much safer because it's not connected to the internet and no one else can access it, only you. If you have any questions on any of that, let me know and I can go into it in more detail. But that's sort of the basics of storing your crypto. And as I said, for me personally, I move my crypto periodically from my actual crypto.com account for Bitcoin and Ethereum into my Ledger Nano X. And now I've seen I've got £4,000 in there. Obviously it's gone up quite a bit as crypto's performing well. I'll probably try and move some over. Moving some over is also pretty easy. You just click on the actual cryptocurrency, for example, Ethereum, you click transfer, click withdraw, you'll then click external wallet, and you can then essentially add in your wallet address, which you'll get from the Ledger Nano X, and you can send the money over. It's pretty easy. I can make a full video on that if that's useful. I'm conscious this video has already been going on for a little while. But that is exactly how I then stored the crypto once I bought it and built it up on crypto.com. And that wraps up this video. So that's my crypto portfolio strategy, how to buy and how to store. Crypto is essentially back in the media and news after a good year. I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions at all, let me know and I can make more in detailed videos on certain parts if you like. Just let me know. This is probably my last video before Christmas. So if you are watching to the end, have a good Christmas. I appreciate you watching and I'll see you in the next one.